So the final part, briefing for assignment one on this digital marketing module is to get you to think about personal reflection. This is something that you've probably never done before and is actually quite straightforward, but very difficult. Now, what I don't want you to do is to describe the process you went by, because everybody pretty much does the same thing. We met together, we had a chat, we agreed what we were going to do, we did what we did, and it was all great. And there's lots of backslapping and thumbs up, and everybody was amazing, and we were a great group, and it was really brilliant. And we I know that. I'm not interested in you writing one descriptively, because your second year's in a university program, and descriptive was for last year, at the previous level. I'm just thinking second years doesn't kind of compute for you guys, but you're in the middle third of your the middle third of your university program, and we're looking for you to demonstrate analysis, not description. So please don't describe who did what, where, and when. I really want you to think about what you learned through the process, and that is quite difficult because this is quite a personal, reflective exercise where you've got to think about what role did you play, how was the group dynamic, what could have been better, what worked, what didn't, what could have been better next time. And what we're trying to do there is to instill upon you some reflective capability to be able to think about me in working in a group context, and also the ability to step outside from a group and then analyze its dynamic and think about, if you came across a difficulty or problem in a group context, how would you go about improving that? And again, I think if your group has problems and issues, those are great things to talk about as part of the personal reflection. If everything goes swimmingly, if it's perfect, you end up not really having very much to say and talk about. So, and again, in a university context, this is a great place to experiment with different kind of roles. If you're a natural leader, you're comfortable leading, you're comfortable taking control and going from the front, well then perhaps this is an opportunity for you to take a different role and see how you cope with it, because leaders don't always get to lead, sometimes they get to follow. Equally, if you're very shy and never lead and always let other people lead, then maybe you could have that conversation in your group initiation process, whereby you say, look, I'm naturally very shy, I really don't feel comfortable, I'd love the opportunity to be in a supportive team group, given the chance to take on that leadership responsibility. And I welcome the opportunity for you guys to support me in that process, because I don't feel confident and I don't know what I'm doing. And also I'd love to have some feedback at the end of the process. So that will be really, really helpful. Yeah. So we're looking for you to use the group work as a managerial leadership exercise. And the up to 2 pages that you'll write about, it should be very personal and very reflective. Now, you may have studied some management before, you may have studied some leadership. I would welcome your inclusion of reading and thinking from scholars who've written about those sorts of things, and maybe your reflection takes you down a path of investigating that stuff, and that would be great. It doesn't have to have lots of references in it. It can be very personal and just talking about what your insights and your reflections and your analysis of that situation. I don't want to be too specific, and you'll notice I've been quite vague and slightly evasive on this. I don't want you to do to follow up a pattern, or for me to outline exactly what you have to do. In the past, where I've done that, students end up just giving me back what I've told them, which is really not the point of the thing. There's no, and I guess, how do I make you feel comfortable taking the risk and exploring? Well, I think perhaps I say to you, there's no right or wrong answer. Yeah, and maybe this is something that you can share and exchange. And again, I don't expect your accounts to be similar to the other people in your group. Yeah, so there's no reason why you can't look at each other's work and build and grow and develop, but really they shouldn't look and feel similar or the same, because these are personal reflections about your journey and what you did. Yeah. Now, the other bit, oh, yeah, no, maybe I'll do another video. I'm going to do another video on that. So bye for now.